Muy buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Les agradecemos mucho el que estén incorporándose en esta sesión informativa de CETIS Universidad. Es muy importante para nosotros recibirlos, en la cual estaremos dando la información sobre nuestro programa conjunto con la Universidad de Saint Cloud en Minnesota, para lo que es el certificado en Tecnología de Manufactura Médica. Les damos la más cordial bienvenida. En atención a nuestro invitado, les quiero pedir que el invitado nuestro es el director del programa en la Universidad de Saint Cloud. Les voy a pedir que me permitan conducir la sesión en idioma inglés. Más adelante volveremos al lenguaje español y para así tener una sesión que pueda nuestro invitado poder seguir también de manera continua. Bien, well, firstly, I would like to welcome to all of you, dear audience. I would like to introduce very quickly our guest invited, Professor Harry Haninsky from St. Cloud State University at Minnesota. Harry, how are you?
Very good. How are you, Miguel?
Thank you very much. We are doing very well here. Also, we have from part of the CETIS, our Dean of the College of Engineering, Dr. Jorge Sosa. Dr. Jorge Sosa, how are you?
Hello, Miguel. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's nice to be here. Hola a todos. Buenas tardes.
Thank you, Jorge. And well, let me, in preparation of this presentation, we want to ask Dr. Jorge Sosa to explain in general way the importance of this program, also the relation between St. Cloud State University and CETIS, and how this program has impacted positively to the region of Baja California. Please, ahead, Jorge.
Thank you very much, Miguel. Again, welcome everybody to this informative session. I hope everybody is doing well, you and yours. We're very happy to be here or to be at this point where we are about to launch our second cohort of this very interesting and very pertinent program. Thank you very much, Harry, for being here. Our collaboration with St. Cloud State University goes back many years, and it is a very clear example of something that's very important to us at CETIS, which is effective linkage. So effective linkage means many things to us, but the main thing is that effective linkage has to have a positive and direct impact on our students. Another very important component for us in effective linkage is to be able to collaborate with different partners around the world in initiatives that are not only innovative, but make sense to those collaborating under the win to the N model. So instead of just being win-win where there are two parties, we want the win to be multiplied. And so this collaboration with St. Cloud State University many years ago, when both of our institutions started talking through both of our presidents, we said, well, we've got things in common. We've got areas of knowledge in common. How could we collaborate? What would be meaningful? And then something interesting came up where we said, well, okay, we've got industry over here in Baja California. There's important industry in Minnesota. And one of the common industry sectors that we have is the medical manufacturing sector. So, okay, we've got some important medical manufacturing companies here in Baja. We've also got these in St. Cloud over there in Minnesota. And would it be possible to do a collaboration where we could be able to offer an academic program to this sector, these companies, that would be meaningful for them in the development of the professionals that they have in these companies? And so from the general talks, then we started kind of getting down and dirty into the nuts and bolts of this possible and potential collaboration. And we came up with this program that we're going to present to you today, which is our Master of Engineering and Innovation, combined with a graduate certificate in medical technology quality. This is the second iteration of this program. We're very happy to have had a first iteration that was very successful. And when we say successful, is that the people who participated in this program, who were employees of different medical manufacturing companies here in the region, had a very clear development or professional development and growth. And that was directly reflected also in the improvements and growth in the company. And so that goes also to another thing that's very important for CETIS and the College of Engineering, which is that our effective linkage has to be a part of the quadruple helix. And so for us, the quadruple helix is this synergy that has to occur between academia, industry, government, and with a direct impact to society. So by offering these programs and offering them in collaboration with partners who have specialized expertise, have an international and global perspective, this provides or contributes to this synergy. I'd like to close out saying this. We are living in very complex times. We are living in a VUCA environment. What is a VUCA environment? It's a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous environment. And I think what's happened in 2020 with the pandemic has brought that forth very strongly. Another thing that's important at CETIS and for the College of Engineering, and it's been our motto throughout 2020, is the world moves forward, and so do we, and so does the learning of our students. And so we're very happy to be moving forward with this initiative and many others, because the learning of our students and the development of professionals and people who contribute in their area of expertise to the companies and organizations they are a part of, that is very important to us, and it's still important to us throughout these trying times. So I hope you really take advantage of what we're going to present today. Thank you again, Harry, for being here. And we hope many of you decide to participate in this program, because I do believe that it's going to be something that's going to be very good for you. Thank you very much, Miguel. I believe you're muted, Miguel.
Thank you, Jorge. Saying that it's really are very interesting all your comments, and really appreciate your presence here. And please, you wanted to stay here, please. We're glad with that. Now, let me to present you the Master of Engineering and Innovation program. I want to ask Annie, please, next slide. Please, Annie, the next slides. Yeah, well, the Master of Engineering program at CETIS, we have a learning outcome defined. That is that you are seeing that the objective of the program is educating high professional graduates for improving the process and products in the context of medical devices industry, with a focus on innovation and technology development. The main topics in this master with this graduate certificate, they are medical quality system and medical manufacturing technology. Later on, the Professor Harry Haninsky is going to explain a little more details. Please, next slide, Annie. Well, the structure of the joint program that we are presenting to you is the program from the CETIS. They consist in 15 subjects organized in 3 sections. Here you can see in the left side, the basic section. They are conformed by 6 subjects, like research methodology, project management, innovation and development, sustainable development, statistical models, visual analytics. This basic section is for promoting the students and to assure that the students get the core competences for any professional activity as a master that when they graduate. The specialization section, second section, they are consisted of 7 subjects. In this section is integrated the graduate certificate from St. Cloud. They are consisted by 6 subjects. They are enlisted in the right side on the slide. You can see, for example, medical device quality and regulatory fundamentals, and so on. These courses, they're going to be explained by our invited. Also in this section, in this specialization section, the students need to select one more course as elective. This course could be selected by the list courses of the CETIS in engineering, an MBA, for example, or also some special courses that our partner, St. Cloud, could be offered to you. Finally, the application section is 2 continuing courses or subjects. In this section, we support to the students and promote they do a capstone projects. These capstone projects need to be done for the industry. We call it these kind of projects applied research projects. So in this case, you conform all your program studying 15 courses. In normally time, you can to take all the program in 2 years. So more later on, we want to explain a little more about that. Please, next, Annie. When you finish your program, the official recognition from CETIS and St. Cloud is the following. From CETIS, you want to receive the Maestría en Ingeniería e Innovación. It is the title in Spanish. It is your master's degree. And from St. Cloud, you receive the graduate certificate in medical technology quality. These 2 titles, they are given when you finish all your program. Please, Annie, you could do next slide, please. Next, I want to ask our distinguished invited, Professor Harry Haninsky, for explain to you with more details about the programs. Please, Harry, ahead.
Thank you, Miguel. So thank you again for the opportunity to speak about this collaboration and the part from St. Cloud State University that we are bringing for this, this excellent opportunity for students. So my name is Harry Janeski, and I am the director of the Medical Technology Quality Graduate Program with St. Cloud State University. And that program is one of 3 medical technology graduate level programs that we have with St. Cloud State University. The programs began back in 2007 with the Master of Science that we offer in our Regulatory Affairs and Services program. And then we added in 2010 Applied Clinical Research. And then finally in 2012, we added the Medical Technology Quality Program. So these are the 3 programs that we have in total through St. Cloud State University to offer graduate level education within the medical technology field. And our collaboration with CETIS is focused on my program, the Medical Technology Program. So next slide, please. So St. Cloud State University, the Medical Technology Program is actually located in Plymouth, Minnesota. which is approximately a 45-minute drive from St. Cloud. And the reason for that is it is located in the heart of what we call Medical Alley, which is really the heart of medical device technology and development within the United States, is in Minnesota. And you can see from the dots that are on the screen, this is just a selection of some of the, showing some of the medical device companies that are located right in the Minneapolis, St. Paul, Twin Cities area, and that are right near where the campus here is in Plymouth, Minnesota. So we are right near where all of the, a lot of the key players are from the medical standpoint. And that helps us both from our advisory council as well as from our instructors and our students. They are able to be able to attend classes here and then also find jobs in their field here in medical technology. So next slide, please. So a little bit about the program. Our program, we have options for both working professionals and full-time students. So working professionals are able to attend class part-time and they can pursue a graduate certificate, which is what we have in collaboration with SETIs for this program. But they can go ahead and decide to pursue a full master's degree, which includes a culminating project for their graduation. We also have full-time students who are not yet working in the industry, but have their undergraduate degree and want to gain more knowledge regarding medical technology before they enter the workforce. And so these students also have the option of pursuing either their graduate certificate or their master's degree. We also offer professional development opportunity for those individuals who are working and maybe don't have the time or the ability to pursue a more extended education, but they want to get additional information regarding some of our specialized topics and courses. And so they're able to attend on an individual course basis to help bolster their skills and help them do better at work. And finally, I'll note that our courses are offered in what we call the high flex model that has multiple attendance options. So the students are able to be here in Plymouth in class. In fact, as I speak to you right now in Plymouth, we have classes going on for multiple courses. One of them is one of the quality courses that I'll talk about later. And the professors are in here teaching the class. Some students can choose to, if they want to come to class, they can. If they want to attend remotely, they have that capability. And the technology is the same technology that we are having right now for this conversation. It's utilizing the Zoom platform. And then we also have a digital learning space that enables the students to have access to all the course content, the slides, the recordings, all that information as well. So we offer a lot of course flexibility. And I will say that we have 3 students from SETIs who are attending class right as we speak, and they're attending remotely for our quality management systems class. So, it's an excellent platform that gives flexibility. Next slide. So these programs came about because the medical technology industry saw a need to develop the next generation of leaders within the specialized areas of clinical research, regulatory affairs, and quality within the medical technology industry. So as a result, we have an advisory board that helps to guide us on making sure that our content stays relevant to the industry, that we are providing the training and the education and the graduates that have the skills and abilities that companies are looking for. And so we have representatives from companies such as 3M, Abbott, Beckman Coulter, Boston Scientific, Ecolab, Medtronic, Johnson & Johnson, and many other companies. And so these are vice president, executive level individuals who are contributing to our advisory board. Next slide. And one thing that stands out about our courses is our instructors. So our classes are designed and taught by industry experts. So the reason for that is these are areas that are important to ensure that we have a practical application. So if you're going to be participating in this cohort and you're learning about medical technology quality, you're not just going to learn about theory. You're going to be learning from instructors who work in this field on a daily basis, who are subject matter experts and able to impart practical knowledge on what concepts you will be learning. And so we have Instructors that come from across the industry. Some of the companies are listed there: Boston, Medtronic, 3M, Abbott. We have those companies and many more. You see on the page, there are links there where you can see biographies of the instructors who are teaching the medical technology quality courses, as well as videos where you can hear the instructors talk firsthand about why they like to teach in the program and what they feel students get out of it. Next slide, please. So as Miguel mentioned, when the students from this cohort complete the program, they'll receive a credential from St. Cloud State University in the form of a graduate certificate in medical technology quality. It's the same graduate certificate that the students that are here in Minnesota pursuing a graduate certificate will achieve once they complete that program. Next slide. So the courses that make up the St. Cloud State University portion of the joint effort between CETIS and St. Cloud are listed here on the screen. And they cover a wide range of topics, from the quality and regulatory fundamentals that provide the foundation of the regulations that we must adhere to just to work in this industry and business, to the key fundamentals of quality engineering, to doing risk management for new product development and for active manufacturing, as well as how to do process development and validation for manufacturing. And this comes into play with every manufacturing company when they are seeking to expand capacity and to increase their production. They need trained engineers who know how to do process development and process validation in a compliant manner. So we make sure that we cover that. And then sometimes things go wrong, and so we have a course on corrective action and preventive action, which is another key area of focus for the medical technology industry. And it's also one of the main areas where industries and companies experience challenges, where they get cited by the FDA or they get cited by their notified body. And then finally, we have a course on process control and monitoring to help you trend and track your processes and identify signals before they can become a problem, and then know how to respond. So I will talk a little bit about each one of these courses and what you can expect to learn if you participate in this cohort. Next slide, please. So as I mentioned, MTQ 620 is the Regulatory Fundamentals course. This course is going to really provide you that base knowledge education regarding the history of how medical technology regulations came about, not only in the US, but also internationally. It's going to talk to you about the different standards, about the different regulations, the key aspects of them. You'll learn how regulatory inspections work from a practical perspective. What happens if the regulators identify a problem with your system and with your company? How do you respond to that? How do you make sure that you can appropriately close that observation so that the regulators are satisfied? You'll learn about the different types of roles within quality. There are many different types of roles within the quality function, from supplier quality engineers to quality assurance, quality systems, quality engineering, development quality. There are many sub areas of specialty that people can focus their careers on. You'll also learn some of the basic tools that we use within quality management to make sure that we are meeting requirements on a daily basis. You'll learn about some of the key elements and fundamentals with respect to how do you get a product to market? How do you get it approved in different geographies? And really, what are your responsibilities from a quality and regulatory standpoint once you put that product on the market and it is being sold and is being used by patients worldwide? What do you need to do to continue to meet expectations? So this course helps you to prepare and have the context needed for success in courses throughout the rest of the program. Next slide, please. Quality engineering. So this quality engineering course is really about giving you the tools that you need to be an effective engineer within quality, within the medical technology field, within medical devices. You learn about the quality engineering body of knowledge and some of the key responsibilities. You learn how to do design of experiments for doing process optimization and understanding which key variables have the greatest impact on your product output. You will learn how to do control charting, how to determine whether or not your process is capable or not, and whether or not your process is running as expected. You'll also learn about the basics of Six Sigma methodologies for the DMAIC process: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control, which can be a very fundamental set of tools and a process you can use to apply to many different types of problems and processes to help you understand root cause. And then once you understand that root cause, how to improve that process for higher levels of capability. You'll learn about sample sizes, how to determine the appropriate sample size for the severity and type of criteria that you're trying to evaluate. As I mentioned before, you'll learn how to do design of experiments to optimize those different types of variables. And then also you'll learn how to find the right tool and use that tool for doing statistical data analysis. Next slide, please. Risk management. Risk management is key to medical device manufacturing. It doesn't matter if it's in the new product introduction phase or while you're manufacturing the product or while that product is out in the field. Risk management is a core principle to the medical technology field. It is also a very high area of focus for the new European Union medical device regulation, or what they call the EU MDR. Risk management is an essential element of that. So this course will help you gain a good understanding of those principles. You'll learn how risk management works within the medical device industry at the different phases. You'll learn how to determine medical device hazards and be able to understand, what is the probability that you could to consider for that harm to actually occur. You'll learn about the difference between a hazardous scenario and a harm, and how the harm can result from the hazardous scenario. And then you'll learn about the different types of severities, from customer annoyance and nuisance all the way to critical severity and irreversible patient harm, and how to factor those in for your risk management activities. You'll also learn to not only mitigate and monitor those risks to their lowest levels, but also how throughout the entire life cycle of the product you will appropriately apply risk management to assure that you are monitoring and responding to signals throughout the entire life cycle of that device, from the time it's designed to all the way through the time till after it's been implanted or used on a patient. Next course, please. So manufacturing process development and validation. As I mentioned to you previously, if you were wanting to put in place a manufacturing line for medical device manufacturing, or you want to expand capacity, expand your production, or qualify new equipment or new technology, you have to understand process development and validation. It's an essential element for doing actual day-to-day manufacturing. So this course really focuses on those key fundamentals, and you'll learn how to properly define the manufacturing process, understand the failure modes effect analysis to determine where are the risks associated with that process. How do you minimize those risks? How can you build in the appropriate controls and signals so that you are preventing issues from occurring? Once again, now you're going to look at sample sizes for doing, if you have to do ongoing process monitoring, control, and testing. But then you're also going to understand how the different factors within the process, the materials, the equipment design, how all those things can come together to affect your process capability. You'll learn how to write a protocol and how to write a report, and how to create a master validation plan, which is one of the key documents that gets reviewed by investigators and inspectors during audits. And you'll learn the different phases of validation of those key components between IQ, OQ, PQ, and PPQ, and learn how to appropriately determine when you need to revalidate when something changes. Next, please. Corrective and preventive action. So CAPA is one of the most cited observations for medical device manufacturers when they get audited. And it's because it is the key system for identifying and responding to signals of nonconformance and of improvement opportunities. So you'll learn what a CAPA is. You'll learn what are the signals that you need to be monitoring to determine if a CAPA is needed. You'll learn how to actually go through and execute a CAPA, and learn how to ensure that your CAPA actions have determined the correct root cause, that you're able to verify that root cause, that you're able to determine appropriate corrective actions to prevent reoccurrence of the issue. and also to determine a verification of your effectiveness to make sure that what you actually did has worked and truly solved the problem. You're going to learn the skills that are necessary to actively manage and lead a CAPA team, and then also how to appropriately respond to customer complaints and investigate those in a manner that is compliant with regulatory requirements. Next slide. Finally, there's the process control and monitoring course. So this course is going to teach you how to make sure that you have put in place appropriate and statistically based and valid process plans. So you'll learn how to do various types of control methods in manufacturing. You're going to learn about the different types of control charts that are out there. You're going to learn some of the statistical methods that are applicable. You'll learn how to use some statistical analysis software to help you do the monitoring. You're going to learn about critical parameter management. Those critical few variables amongst all the variables involved in manufacturing a medical device, those critical few that ultimately determine conformance and process capability to key performance requirements. You'll learn how to execute that in an active manufacturing environment. And then going back to that piece on risk management, how to appropriately integrate process risk assessment into your process control and monitoring plan. Next slide. So as Miguel mentioned, there is an additional course offering, and this is the course that we have 3 SETI students currently attending right now, and it is MTQ 626, our Medical Technology Quality Systems course. So this course is specifically designed to give students a good foundation and good knowledge regarding quality management systems within medical technology. So you'll learn about the US FDA QSR, the Quality System Regulation. You'll learn about international requirements such as ISO 13485, 2016. You'll learn about EU MDR. You'll learn about how regulatory inspections work, how the internal auditing process works, how you don't wait for someone from the outside to come into your company and tell you that you have a problem, how you can appropriately monitor and audit your own processes to detect signals early and respond to them. You'll learn about the different roles and responsibilities within the quality organization, and also how to go about staffing a quality organization to ensure that you have the adequate resources, not only to maintain regulatory compliance, but also to effectively drive continuous improvement efforts to improve the level of quality of your products and processes and reduce the level of risk that you have. And then also you'll learn how quality fits into the overall product development process and life cycle. So this is looking at how the St. Cloud State University courses are going to fit into this cohort. So it starts off in what we call our spring semester, but you have to remember we're Minnesota, so spring means January when there's still snow on the ground. So it starts off in Q1 with the quality engineering course, followed by the medical device quality and regulatory fundamentals, followed by risk management, process validation, CAPA, and then finishing with process control monitoring. And then, there is a course that will be offered again next fall for that 626 quality systems as an elective. Next slide. I talked a little bit already about the high flex, so I won't spend a lot of time here. But as you saw from the previous slide, it's 1 course per semester from St. Cloud for six quarters. We have worked for a flexible course delivery, but one thing that's important is if you're participating in this, you're going to be taking classes with other St. Cloud State University students, with other medical technology graduate students. So you'll have the chance for that international collaboration to work with people who are working in med tech companies or to work with new students as well. And our system, our delivery system, is very similar to the SETI's Blackboard system as far as having what we call our Desire to Learn, our D2L system that houses all of the course content, the class recordings, the slides, the presentation materials, all of that. And the courses are offered weekday evenings and Saturday mornings. So the first courses for Q1, Q2, and Q3 are all being offered on a Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time, which would be 8 a.m. to noon Pacific Time. Next slide. So some of the things that you should expect if you participate in this course is that there will be homework assignments. There will be group projects. You're going to be interacting with other students. You're going to have to learn how to do searches of FDA websites, of ISO websites, the International Standards Organization. You're going to have to be able to perform research and then translate that material into knowledge that you can demonstrate in class. You'll have, as I mentioned, we'll be using the Zoom platform for interaction. You need to be proficient in using programs such as Word and Excel and PowerPoint. But you also will always have your instructor available to be able to ask questions and get follow-ups. Next slide. Some of the benefits of completing this program, in addition to what I've already talked about, is working in medical technology is a very rewarding career, but one that requires a lot of time and effort to gain the skills and knowledge that you need to be highly successful. Through this program, you can gain much of the knowledge that might take someone else several years working on the job to learn in only 2 years. And that's a fantastic way to accelerate your career. You're learning the practical skills that are in demand today by companies. You know, it's the skills that they're looking for when they are hiring. And it can really help to elevate your value and your profile versus your peers. And, you know, the companies take note of this. And so some of our graduates, they're working for companies such as Medtronic, Nonin, Neovasc, Boston Scientific, ICU Medical. You know, so this is just a small selection of some of the companies that our graduates are working for. So I guess I would say that it is a fantastic program that offers you a unique opportunity to learn not only through the SETI's University professor, but also through the collaboration with State Cloud. So it gives you that unique ability to be exposed to different points of view, different student populations, who have different work experience and different perspectives. So in today's world of global medical device manufacturing, it offers you the chance to have that unparalleled collaboration and really to invest in yourself in a great way. Next slide. So with that, I'd like to turn it back over to Miguel.
Thank you very much, Harry. Excellent presentation about the certificate. And also, we have to add to our distinguished audience that the first cohort that we graduated last year really was an excellent graduated from the companies. All the companies that they come from asked for to really take the next cohort again. It is necessary for maintain this person and capabilities for the region. Let me to commend all of you that the cluster of medical device technology here in Baja California is also the largest one, as Harry mentioned, to the cluster in Minnesota. This cluster in Baja California has near to the 50,000 people employees. Really is very important cluster. So many of that people is like you, engineers that need to be, you know, very well prepared, and as Harry mentioned, with very good credentials. Thank you, Harry. And now we want to return to the Spanish for speaking a little more about the process of admission. I want to ask Annie Mejia, please, could you address to the audience about this process of admission? In Spanish, please.
Muchas gracias, doctor Salinas. Ok, buenas tardes, mi nombre es Annie Mejía. El proceso de admisión es el siguiente. El primer paso es el llenado de la solicitud de admisión. El segundo es el pago anticipado, el cual es reembolsable a su colegiatura. Después presentamos un examen de admisión y pasamos a una entrevista académica. Y para finalizar, tenemos el proceso de inscripción. Este es el proceso que naturalmente tenemos en CETIS, pero debido a la contingencia, en este momento no estamos aplicando prueba de admisión para quienes ingresan en el mes de enero. Los requisitos de inscripción son título universitario, cédula profesional, CURP, acta de nacimiento y certificado de estudios. En caso de que no cuenten con alguno de ellos, comuníquense directamente con nosotros para que los podamos asesorar en el proceso. Estos son los apoyos financieros con los que contamos. Tenemos el 10% de descuento de egresados e hijos de egresados. Aplica únicamente para programas como preparatoria y profesional. También tenemos el 20% de descuento empresarial, el cual se aplica cuando el lugar de trabajo en donde están se encuentra afiliado a alguna de las cámaras que se encuentran en pantalla, como Canaco, Coparmex, Canacintra, Canirac, Canieti, Canadevi, AIBO e Index. Y también aplica beca CONACYT con la industria. En caso de tener dudas de beca CONACYT con la industria, es importante que se comuniquen directamente con el ejecutivo de cada campus para mayor información sobre este tipo de beca. Ahora aquí aparecen los datos de contacto de cada campus. En caso de estar interesados, comunicarse directamente para cualquier aclaración o duda en cuanto a costos y descuentos que pueden llegar a aplicar o becas. ¿Ok? Entonces ahora abrimos el espacio para preguntas y aclaraciones del programa. Quienes quieran abrir el audio, es necesario que primero levanten la mano para que se les pueda habilitar su audio y puedan preguntar, o lo pueden hacer por medio del chat.
Muchas gracias, Ani. Aquí, mientras nuestros invitados hacen alguna pregunta, quiero agregar que para los que quisieran hacer solicitudes de becas con la industria, considerar lo siguiente. Consideren que la beca abre 2 veces al año, una en primavera y otra en otoño. Y aquí estamos invitando, dado que para pertenecer a este grupo de ingenieros que tienen, grupo de alumnos que tienen beca, deben de ser alumnos primero. Entonces, sí es importante dejarnos saber su intención, porque podemos apoyarlo con ello y es un buen soporte para que puedan apoyarse con la colegiatura del programa. También comentarles que el profesor Harry Haninsky está con nosotros por alguna duda que quisieran hacernos llegar específicamente sobre las materias, sobre algún tipo de proyectos que realizan, cualquier duda que deseen hacer. Estamos a sus órdenes. Sí, aquí nos comenta una persona de la audiencia que cuál es el costo por materia. Miren, el costo por materia de las materias de CETIS es el costo que tiene. Ahí el costo de lo que es la colegiatura de posgrado de CETIS. Les pediría que tanto para la materia de costo de CETIS como la materia de Saint Cloud tiene un costo un poco mayor, se comuniquen al campus. Queremos hacerlo así porque depende del tipo de persona, los criterios que puede tener de acuerdo a sus apoyos. Le pediríamos que se comunique, con gusto ya a partir de mañana podemos hacerles esas respuestas.